What's up, guys? We got a good one for you today. Today, we're going to talk the recruiting class in state so far for the Tiffin University Dragons, Division II level in my alma mater. But before we get into the players in this class, and it's a really good one, let's talk about the coaches responsible for bringing these players in. We're going to lead it off with the guy at the helm, head coach Joe Wilkins, a guy I played for, and I was very lucky enough to be able to do that. I can't say enough good things about Coach Wilkins. His combination of passion, knowledge, and competitiveness. You just knew it was just a matter of time before he made it to the top of their league, and they did that in 2019. They won their first GMAC title. In 2020, they were off to a 9-2 start before COVID started. So Coach Wilkins is heading that ship in the right direction. I'm very excited to see what the next few years hold for the Dragons. Tiffin's head assistant is Coach Drew Patton. He's one of the top pitching minds we have in the state of Ohio, a guy that's been around for a long time, 21 years. And during that time, his staffs, whether you're talking about at Ashland or at Tiffin, they've broken pretty much every record imaginable at one time or another. He's coached pro guys, double-digit pro guys. He's coached big leaguers. He's brought his knowledge over to Tiffin University, done a great job with their staffs since he arrived. And now he's sliding over to the recruiting coordinator role, where I have no doubt he's going to thrive there as well. All right, let's talk players in this Dragon 2021 class. It's a really good one, loaded with talent, guys that are highly ranked. All these guys we saw at the top prospect game. So we'll just start it off on the mound. We'll talk about a guy, Scott Adelman. He's a right-handed pitcher out of Norwalk High School. Pitches for that loaded Lake Erie Warhawks organization that just turns out prospect after prospect that consistently produces at the next level. And I think Scott has a really good chance to do that. He's got an ideal frame at 6'2", 175 pounds. He's been in that 82, 83 range with the fastball, but that radar gun is going to look a ton different after he spends time in a college weight room. He competes, he throws strikes, he can spin a break ball. A guy that can be used in a variety of ways. Talented arm here, good gift for TU. Another dude out of the Warhawks organization that Tiffin landed is Aiden Grabowski out of Avon Lake High School. I love the combination of tools and in-game ability here. He's an above-average runner with 85-mile arm strength across the diamond, sneaky pop at the plate. But when you watch him in game, those tools stand out, and he's always making plays. He's always finding barrels at the plate. So I think what Tiffin's going to get here is a guy that can profile at multiple spots defensively with that athleticism and that arm strength, and almost a plug and play at the top of the lineup that's going to work at bats and be an on-base machine. Another prospect that I'm sure the Tiffin University staff is very excited they landed is Ty Hatfield out of Frederickson High School. It's been fun to watch his maturation process over the past few years. When we first saw him a few years back, you knew he was going to be a college level prospect. But then heading into this past winter at that Triple Crown Scout Day, he really stood out, and that's saying something, because that Triple Crown Scout Day was loaded with talent. It was one of my favorite events of the winter, and Ty was one of the big winners of that event because he showed the ability to be a two-way catcher. What I mean by that is he's a solid defender behind the dish, can really catch and throw. There were a ton of talented arms at that event that he handled really well, receives at an above average clip, and then you can plug and play him right in the middle of the order. He's physical, he's got bat speed, a guy that I think with that combination of offensive and defensive ability has a chance to be an everyday catcher at the college level. Next up, we're going to head back to the mound. We're going to talk about a guy that's been to our preseason all-state, been to our top prospect games, and has shown that he fits right in with some of the top arms in the state. That's Jonathan Ray. He's a right-handed pitcher out of Sylvania Northview High School. It's not hard to see the upside that the Dragon staff saw in Jonathan. He's 6'3", ideal pitcher's frame with endless projection left on it. He's going to put on a ton of solid weight once he gets into a college weight room. And as high as his projectability is, his presence pretty good right now. He's up to 85 with a hammer of a breaking ball. I think you're looking at a guy that's going to throw really hard someday and has a chance to be able to spin a plus breaker. Last but not least for the Dragons in-state 2021 class so far is Andrew Seiler, a left-handed pitcher at Avon High School that just looks like a college pitcher. He has the size at 6'3". He fills up the zone consistently with 3 pitches he can mix in whenever he wants. And there's plenty of more velo projection left. And then just his demeanor on the mound, the way he carries himself, he competes, but he's always under control. A guy that I think is going to make an easy, almost seamless transition to the college level, and a guy that I think has a chance to eat up a ton of innings in his Tiffin University career.